Shalom, Kal Halalim, Yahweh, Bashim, Yahushai, Bashim, Kakwadash. Double honors to my apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Salutations to the Akim pushing this word about the four corners of the world. Shalom, and shalom to the elect that's enduring. Shalom. My name is Korah Allah, and Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. The title is going to be, Why Are the Pharmacies Shelves Empty? Now, this is an article I came across. It's political. It says, here's what's keeping pharmacy shelves bare. I'll read a few things, and Lord willing, this is edifying. An early flu season combined with RSV and you know what prompted a rush on cold medicine. Public attention has focused on widespread shortage linked to increased demand for medicines used to treat common respiratory diseases such as flu. Those ailments spiked nationwide after a pandemic hiatus. I'm not gonna read everything. It says what's going on: supply disruptions, contamination at manufacturing facilities is among the most common problems, although delays and discontinuations also contribute, according to the FDA. FDA's Food and Drug Administration. Supply shortage are often linked to companies cutting corners, said Elisha Bernstein, who spent the past 10 years of her more than 30-year FDA tenure dealing with shortage-related compliance issues. Says when you cut corners, you have problems, and when you have problems, you have to fix them. Why is it so hard to end drug shortage? Healthcare manufacturing is complex, with slim profit margins for makers of the generics. Most often is in short supply. As a result, generic drug manufacturers are reluctant to produce more product that they know they can't sell, according to 2Esdras. So a lot of these people that's making these drugs, they really want to make the products they could sell and not the products that don't sell. So at the end of the day, it's not about your health or if you're sick or if your son or your daughter, your newborn baby is sick. It's, does this drug sell? All right, which that's wicked as all hell. More transparency from pharma. Fox Bernstein and Wansinska told Aaron that to address shortage, drugs companies need to be more transparent about where the drug supply is at any given time. Without better data about the drug locations, it is impossible to send them from areas of the country that have enough supply to those that don't. I'm just giving a lot of this. You can read the article, if you Spirit's on you too. So a lot of these things are the reasons why the shelves are empty. One, it's not selling. Two, short supply. Three, a lot of the drugs have been polluted. All right. So that's what they've been saying. And let's not forget, a lot of these drugs, what they're not saying, a lot of these drugs come from China. Okay. And, China's going through a lot of turmoil. This is 2Esdras 16, verse 18. The beginning of sorrows and great mourning, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils come? So Esdras, when he saw these visions, it was also prophetic. And now we're moving into the times of these visions that's written in 2 Esdras, and it's which it goes hand in hand with the time of Jacob's trouble. The beginning of, I read it again, the beginning of sorrows, 2 Esdras 16 and 18, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famines and great death, sorrows and great mournings. And we see what's going on with these supermarkets, these pharmacies, and other valuable supply stores we need or we may use to survive, because we're not living in time where we go fishing or go hunting. We're not in a time where we know how to take care of the wounded or whatnot. There's hospitals for that. There's fish markets. Okay, there's meat markets, grocery stores. Everything is readily available. So now that we see things are coming to a halt, where there might not be any food that you can depend on, you have to cook your own food, hunt for your own food, clean your own food. Okay, people are going to be in a pitiful case. So this is the beginning of sorrows and great mournings. Like we just read about the medicine supply in the pharmacies, okay, which the Lord gave us herbs to for our health. Okay, but what do we have? What's readily available? Medicine. Okay, although a lot of it does more harm than good, a lot of people depend on medicine. You might have asthma. You might have diabetes. Okay, you might need insulin, or whatever the case may be. All right, but this is what people are going to face. Even the elect is going to face the things that's going to come upon this place. The beginning of famine and great death, beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear. Who are the powers? The least, the ones in rulership. Why are they going to stand in fear? Because they know that the end of their kingdom is at hand. The beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? So that's Esdras, seeing the far future at the time. And here it is, he's wondering what he's going to do. Why is that? Because Esdras is also back through reincarnation. Reincarnation does exist. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation, anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. Okay, so the Lord's going to bring judgment through famine and plagues. All right, sicknesses, diseases, lack of food, lack of water, lack of bread. Okay, you go to the store now, the bread expires in a week. All right, so here it is. You might have bread. You might think you have enough for the month, but if you don't finish it in a week, you're going to start seeing fungus, mold, all that bullshit growing on your bread. Okay, it says, but for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Yeah, that's 2/3 of our people. They're not going to turn from their wickedness. They're not going to worship Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. They're going to murder. They're going to be in these streets murdering, all right, stealing, and doing all sorts of wickedness, eating all sorts of abominations, all right, when all hell break loose, because people animal instincts to survive is going to kick in, all right. But what really have to kick in is that spiritual instinct. Now if their son has asthma and they need certain medicine that they needed from the pharmacy, and they can't find it, but they know you have it, So that means that they'll have to come in your house and take your things by force. It says, behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. All right. And, even in America, things were dirt cheap for some time now. Okay. As far as like victuals, food, entertainment, TV, video games, clothes, all right, medicine, things for hygiene, everything was dirt cheap. Okay, but now the price, because of inflation, the prices are increasing. Certain things aren't available. You're talking about food, talking about medicine, all right, valuable supplies, necessities aren't readily available anymore. You have people going in stores and stealing so much that some of these grocery stores are putting their meat, like their steak, all right, they're putting their steak, their really expensive meat, behind cages, chained up. It says, for many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. And this is what this place is coming to. All right, those that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. And what's that sword going to go into? Well, when all hell breaks loose, there's going to be martial law, concentration camps. Okay, they're going to have to bring the military in to get things to a certain control. Okay, the ultimate sword, which the sword could be, a sword's destruction, could be a gun, it could be a hammer. Okay, could be a broom, a rake. All right, because when people need to arm themselves, they make use of whatever they have, right? But that ultimate sword is going to be that nuclear missile, that fire. It says, for many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. So yeah, like I read the article. So if there's nothing to cure yourself, no medicine, and you damn sure can't find anything, you can't find any medicine herbs, because a lot of them things get shipped in. Now, if America's not doing any business with China, America's not doing any business with India, then it's going to be hard to get those herbs and those medicine. Okay. It says, and the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them, for the earth shall be wasted, and its cities shall be cast down. Right. So this place is basically the future. What you used to every day to day, go to work, turn on the go to work, take the train, come home, turn on the water's running, turn on the light's working. You have gas, you have heat, you have public transportation. All right, those days are so slowly fading away, and you can see the people already killing, murdering senselessly. So imagine when things really hit the fan. And another thing with these medicine, a lot of the medicine, they get it from China and India. China and India is not dealing with NATO, and the EU. They're in league with Russia, the BRICS. Okay, so why would China supply or India supply the enemy, the opposition? All right, so it's a matter of time before America starts losing starts losing resources, and it's going to be harder on the American people as it creates more inflation, more price hikes, businesses going out of business, job losses. All right, and ultimately it's going to be chaos. This was to the point. Lord Williams edifying. I want to say all praise goes to Yahweh, Bashim, Yahweh Shai, Bashim, Hakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the Akim, and salutations to the hopeful elect. Enduring. Shalom.